أركانهم حطمت أحلامهم.
If a scholar really does not reject Taghut, he's not Muslim. He knows he's a scholar. Okay, so now we're talking about a specific Taghut. So in general, if a ruler says, look, anybody who rules by other than what Allah revealed, he is kafir, he is Taghut, anything worshipped or followed or obeyed instead of Allah is Taghut, he accepts that. But he didn't know that a particular ruler was Taghut. Okay? Or he wasn't clear about that in his statements. This is different from the one who he did not reject the Taghut. Okay? So the original rules, the rejection of the Taghut should be public. Okay, like in Surah Mumtahina, it said, وَبَدَأَ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. It's become apparent from us, between us and you, the animosity and the hatred. So that's the original rules. But it could be because of his security fears, because he's under duress, because he's being forced, whatever reason, he's hiding his true position. Okay, so he sort of acts as al-mutawaqqifa. He acts as somebody who, at-tawaqquf is different types. Tawaqquf is where you don't take a stance, you don't take a clear stance. Neither you say he is Muslim, Amir al-Mu'mineen, nor do you say that he's kafir Taghut. Okay, that could be because he's unsure, he wants to verify. Okay, like people say to you, where's the proof that he really ruled by man-made laws? It's only Sharia in Saudi Arabia. Some people really believe that because they didn't understand the reality. Some people know, they know that it's Taghut kafir, but he takes it easy in coming out publicly declaring that. He takes sort of a wishy-washy approach. When you ask him, he dodges the question, and there's a lot of scholars like that. They dodge those questions. Okay, so that person, the least we can say about him is that he's hiding the truth, and he's not a scholar, because the scholar, the alim, he does not hide the truth. Okay, it's attribute of the Jews when they hide the truth. So it could be he has good reason because he's under duress, he's under threat or something like this, genuine. Could be just because he's a coward, because he's afraid, and that's not an excuse. And it could be that he has some hizbiyah, and it's definitely not an excuse. Okay, and the other one, however, is the one who starts to praise the Taghut and praise his kufr and justify his kufr and defend it, and he starts to call anybody who fights against them, they are, the blood is halal, the mujahideen blood is halal. Why? Because they dare to fight against our king. That is something which is even much worse. When they start to give fatwa to the Taghut to fight against the Muslims, to defend his own kufr, this is when he becomes the mufti of the Taghut, the minister of the Taghut, and he becomes a disbeliever. Okay, so it all depends on exactly what he did. Sometimes they are just hiding their position, and while it's not the ideal position, we don't say that this is necessarily the mushrik, and we don't necessarily identify which one is really like this, which one is like that. But if somebody knows the clear shirk of the person, and he knows that the person has no excuse for his own shirk, and he does not reject him, then he did not reject the Taghut, he did not fulfill the Tawheed. Okay. But nowadays, those rulers are so clear in their shirk. Anybody who does not openly come out declaring the bara'ah from those tawagheet, for me, he's somebody suspicious. Okay, this is simple to put like this. Especially if you're in the battlefield, you're not in the prison of the taghut. You're in the battlefield. You're far away. Now you're carrying weapons, and even some of them, they're taking money from those tawagheet. And when you ask them, what do you think of these regimes? They don't want to answer. That's suspicious. Because the muwahhid is proud to follow Ibrahim alayhi salam and to declare his bara'ah from the tawagheet and all the mushrikeen. Okay.